The false Siamese algae eater, also known as the false flying fox and the Cambodian logsucker, is a generally peaceful addition to the community aquarium. However, this fish is territorial with its own kind and similar looking species. Nevertheless, these fish can make a good member of the well-chosen community tank of stream-dwelling species. False Siamese algae eaters have been observed moving around in loose gatherings of their own species in their natural habitat. However, if you plan to maintain more than one of these fish in the aquarium, it is worth bearing in mind that these fish are better kept in groups of 5 or more individuals to disperse aggression. It is also advisable to include plenty of visual barriers in the decor. These can consist of plants, caves, bogwood and driftwood so that the fish can hide away and form their own territories. If you keep the false Siamese algae eaters in smaller groups, they will fight more frequently amongst themselves. Therefore, it would be better to aim for a decent-sized group so that the dominant fish cannot overly harass a single individual in the aquarium. For the best health of these fish, you should make sure that the water is well oxygenated, and because they require stable water conditions and graze on biofilm, you should not keep this species in an immature setup. The false Siamese algae eater has an elongated body with a wide, dark, mid-lateral stripe. Above that stripe is a slimmer bar that is a light golden colour. These fish also possess a transparent caudal fin with yellow hints and red edging. Their pectoral fins are clear with a red hue, and their dorsal fins are also transparent. However, they display some brown and yellow markings. Their abdomens are a silvery yellow colour. False Siamese algae eaters are endemic to the Mekong River basin, central and lower parts in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, the Mekong and Chao Phraya drainages in west and central Thailand, several smaller river systems in the northern peninsula Malaysia and peninsular Thailand. These fish inhabit clear, fast-flowing sections of streams and tributaries rather than the more considerably lowland river channels. The most favourable habitats contain oxygen-saturated water with rocky substrates in hill regions covered in plant-rich biofilms. Although these fish will graze on algae if available in the aquarium, they are not herbivores. It would be more beneficial if you offered your fish meaty foods such as live or frozen Artemia bloodworm, chopped prawn and tubifex alongside high-quality sinking dried products such as pellets and wafers, making sure they contain a significant proportion of vegetable matter such as spirulina or such like. You can also occasionally offer your fish fresh fruit and vegetables such as melon, cucumber, courgette or blanched spinach. It is relatively straightforward to differentiate between male and female false Siamese algae eaters. Sexually mature males exhibit bright red mouthparts when in spawning conditions and are generally more colourful than females. In contrast, females are noticeably fuller-bodied than males and are typically duller than males. Both the males and the females develop tubercles on their heads and their snouts. However, these tend to be more evident in males. Unfortunately, there have been no reports of the false Siamese algae eater being bred in the home aquarium. Instead, they are induced into spawning by hormone injection. In their natural habitat, this species has been observed migrating into rice paddy fields and floodplains at the beginning of the rainy season in order to produce.